I'm Sarah and this is week 14. On Monday I had classes and then I went on over to the bookstore on campus and I did a little bit of Christmas shopping, so that was fun. I did some editing for a Roar video that was put together, which you can actually go watch here. That took a few hours, but after I was done with that, I kind of just went back, and of course Monday I had classes as well, but I kind of just went back to the room and I did some homework and I just relaxed, and then I turned to Netflix because that's what you do. And I ended up watching a movie starring Amy Adams called Leap Year, and it was such a good movie. I was looking for like a really fun shit flick that night, you know how it is, and I watched that and it was really good, and it was also really cool because a few weeks ago I actually got to meet Amy Adams here on campus, which was amazing. So yeah, that Tuesday morning I got up early to go to radio for my radio show, and later on I came back, I was about to take a nap, and then a friend came on over. They were like, hey, we need someone to take care of my cactus, because they were going for Thanksgiving break back home. And since both me and my roommate just so happened to be staying here for break, they just thought, hey, well, we're all friends, I'm just gonna let them take care of the cacti. So I don't think I ever got footage of that, which is pretty sad because they were really fun little plants to have on board, but we got to take care of those for a few days and it was fun. After my nap I went to work, and then I had lunch at Iggy's, which is the on-campus diner that, you know, I probably had. And I was back into the world of YouTube and Netflix. I definitely needed more relaxation, and there was like not as much to do since I had already gotten a lot done. So I ended up watching The Best of Me, which is this amazing movie, another good shit flick. I was totally in that mood and I really enjoyed watching that. You know, lots of feels. You know, that movie is just filled with them. That movie had so many feels and, you know, tears. It was so real and it was just such a good movie. Afterwards I was already in that, well, I am so like emotionally torn right now, so I ended up watching some more videos to procrastinate from taking a shower because I was tired and cozy and all I wanted to do was watch more things, but it was getting late so I knew I couldn't commit to another full movie. So I ended up watching some really fun edited videos on YouTube, fun and exciting, and then I took a shower and went to sleep. Wednesday was actually the first day of official break. Like, I didn't have anything like class-wise on Tuesdays ever, so I mean that doesn't count, but Wednesday was the first day that we were on our break for Thanksgiving, and I ended up sleeping in, and like I mentioned before, my roommate just so happened to still be here as well during that time. Of course, we got Olive Garden breadsticks because it sounded so good. So, and there was a good deal going on, so I'm like, okay, this is totally happening. So we ordered the Olive Garden breadsticks, and it was supposed to be a half dozen, but you know how they are, like they usually give out more than a half dozen. So we had about like 8 in there, I'd say, 8 or 9. But it was fun. It was like the go-to for breakfast because all the different restaurants and stuff on campus for the most part were closed. So that worked out really well. Then I just kind of took care of laundry. I had been needing to do that. I didn't want to do that, but it was a perfect day for it. So I went ahead and took care of my laundry, which is nice because I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about this anymore. So I'm set for a while, which makes me super happy. And then it was also my dad's birthday, so I definitely gave a call. I call all the time, but I definitely had to give a very special birthday call and talk to my family, and it was really fun, and it sounded like they were having a great time, and I was having a pretty good day, and even though I wanted to spend it there, it was just a case of like being back in New York for just the couple days off that I had, and then getting back reoriented. And it was just kind of crazy, especially considering in a couple weeks anyway, I will be back for winter break. So I just kind of stayed around here for the time. It was only a few days difference, but I definitely knew I needed to call, so I did. When it was getting closer to dinner, my roommate actually had never been to a Chick-fil-A, and I really like Chick-fil-A, and I know there's a lot of controversy with Chick-fil-A, and like if I say that around here, like people get like really like, oh, you know about Chick-fil-A, right? Even though I don't necessarily agree with the same ideals of the CEO of Chick-fil-A, I do really think that they do have great service and great food, and the cows are adorable, and they have really cute calendars. So I mean, I support the restaurant for their food and their wonderful service, and yeah, it's good. And waffle fries, I am telling you. But anyway, I had to introduce my roommate to that, so we ended up taking an Uber to the Chick-fil-A, which is like super close to campus. And that was fun, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm like, I know, it's so good. So we went to the Culver City Westfield Mall. We walked around and we got to see everything, and it's a really nice mall. A little weird orientation on the scale of malls, but they had like emoji pillows, they had like Santa was there, we were making elf references like, oh my gosh, I know him, and it was so much fun. And there's also a Cinnabon there, so we're like, okay, for dinner we're going to have Cinnabon. So we felt super full after that. It was kind of like, oh man, this is a lot of sweetness at one time. So we just had to walk through every store just to walk it all off and just kind of like not explode, so it was fun. The Disney store, which makes me so happy because I miss having Disney stores in my life since they closed around where I'm from when I was in 2nd grade, so it was really fun. But there's also a lot of different stores. After that, we just came on back. I took a quick shower. My roommate is still trying to catch up on Once Upon a Time, so then we watched through one of those episodes. So we did that day. That Thursday was Thanksgiving, and it was my first Thanksgiving actually being away from home. I've always been at home with my family, so it was really weird just because of that point. But Eddie, her family was having a Thanksgiving dinner close here, so they invited me over for that, which was really great because then I still got to go and do something for Thanksgiving. And I kind of just went, and for a while when I was there and everyone was trying to do their family talking conversation, I kind of just went to the back and I was able to call my family for a while, and we talked, and it was great and wonderful, and it sounded like they were having a good time. But we definitely all agreed that we'll have some turkey and good things later on during Christmas time. So it was all working out nice. It was a nice day, and it was funny because we ended up getting a whole bunch of the leftovers. So now our refrigerator is just like stocked with extra food, which is a good thing considering it's pretty much the end of the semester, and it always helps to have extra food on hand. When we got back, we ended up watching a little more Once Upon a Time so that she could also catch up. And that was Thanksgiving. On Friday, I slept until 10. I had leftovers for breakfast, which, you know, that's technically what you do for the next several days after Thanksgiving. I was working on my essay, and Eddie was working on a project that she had to put together for her class, and then we were watching an animated movie. And then later on, we just quickly got ready, got an Uber set up, and went to the Grove. And it was really cool because she hadn't been to the Grove before, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a great place, and it was fun. So we walked around. I love that Barnes & Noble, and we had a good time just walking around and seeing everything. It was super festive for Christmas already, even though it was literally, and yeah, that's the thing. It was like Black Friday, and Black Friday shopping, you know, like not quite my thing. I've done it like a couple late night going on Black Friday just to see what it's about, and it's just kind of chaotic and crazy, so I was a little nervous it was going to be crazy. But even though it was busy there, you know, around 3:30 it wasn't that crazy busy at the Grove, so it worked out pretty well actually. But we went to the movie theater there to see Mockingjay Part 2. And if you want to know my reaction to that movie, please go watch my Mockingjay Part 2 reaction video because I talked all about it. Anyway, it was a really great movie. I enjoyed seeing it. It was weird to have it end like that, but oh my gosh, it was fun. And it was really cool being able to go and see a movie at that theater. Though I waited a really long time for popcorn. I mean, like, longer than I've ever think I've waited for popcorn, so yeah. But it was a fancy theater, it was fun, and got to spend time at the Grove. Later on afterwards, we went on over to Starbucks. Yeah, and then we just headed on back, and I believe probably watched another episode once in a while. On Saturday, I slept until 11. I had some more leftovers for breakfast. I took some of the turkey because we ended up with a lot of leftovers. So I filmed 3 videos that day because, like I said, I had a mocha the night before at Starbucks, and then I had another mocha that I made in the room that morning, so I had way too much caffeine still in me from a small amount of time, so I ended up having a lot, so that was fun. I filmed 3 videos for you that I actually edited and uploaded all within that same day, so you've probably seen those videos, but if you haven't, they're just the past 3 videos on my channel. and that's insane. I usually don't film 3 videos in a day, so I was impressed with that. I called home for a while. I kind of just got some editing and homework done. Eddie was actually out for the day. She went shopping with her family, so it was kind of just me being super productive, trying to get things done, and kind of just enjoying the day. On Sunday, I slept in. I went back to Iggy's, which is the diner, for breakfast. I had worked on some essays and I planned out some videos, including some tag videos, which I'm excited about. And then later on, I met up with Ava and we went to the Hollywood Christmas Parade, which was so fun because for that carpet, we were filming more interviews, which you can still go and check out on her channel. And yeah, it was so cool and so awesome. And even though I am completely allergic to cats, I got a picture where my face is literally right next to Grumpy Cat because Grumpy Cat. But it was so much fun. Also met a couple of the stars of ABC Family's Shadowhunters, which was really weird considering that one of my past videos that I recently put up was a Shadowhunters themed fan video, so hey, you know, that was cool, but it was cool to meet them. I came back, I had dinner at Iggy's. I literally went to Iggy's twice that day, but I promise I got something different both times. I think the first time was French toast and the second time was a breakfast burrito, which was good because breakfast food. And then I watched that week's episode of Once Upon a Time, which was so good, and then I got super emotional because at the end there's the next trailer that says next week is the winter finale, and I was really upset because I did not think that it was going to be winter finale time. Even though I always know what happens early December, I was not prepared for that, so that was sad. So that was week 14. I am so excited to share with you what happens on week 15. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and of course, check out the other videos on my channel if I have not done so already. I post regularly, and now I am actually officially posting weekly, sometimes multiple times in a week, so definitely keep updated with that by subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!